At the end of Friendship is Magic, Twilight takes over Equestria, as well as Celestia and Luna's duties of raising the sun and moon. But who takes over Luna's duty of walking in the ponies' dreams and guiding them through what troubles them? We see in the episode A Royal Problem that both Celestia and Luna's jobs are very tiring, and after the day, Celestia is too tired to work through the night and vice versa. So if Twilight is doing Celestia's job of ruling Equestria, it's very likely that she would also be too tired to walk through the dreams at night as well. There's a comment made by Rainbow Dash in which she calls dibs on dreamwalking, and maybe she did that for a little while, but in the flash forward at the end of the series, we see that Rainbow Dash has taken over Spitfire's job of leading the Wonderbolts. This also falls into the same reason behind why Twilight can't do it, which is that she's too busy with her life in the day to walk in dreams during the night, and this can be applied to any of the main six really. Rainbow Dash has the Wonderbolts, Applejack has the farm, Rarity has her business, Pinkie Pie has a kid, Fluttershy has her sanctuary, and Starlight Glimmer has the School of Friendship. I have a hard time believing that any of them have enough time or energy to take the job. There is a possibility of all of them doing it and taking shifts, but even then, where are they getting the magic to be able to do this? The main six all have magic connections to the elements of harmony, but what level of magic is required to enter and walk through the dream realm? The only ponies we've seen enter it are Celestia and Luna, and Celestia, it was when she had Luna's cutie mark. This creates the assumption that Luna's connection to the dream realm is through her cutie mark, which would make a lot of sense. I have some interesting thoughts on cutie mark magic, and I might make a video about it later, but for now, let's just understand that Luna's connection to the dream realm was through her cutie mark, and therefore through her destiny. Based on that, I don't think that any of the main six would have access to the dream realm aside from Twilight. Twilight, through her name, purpose, and cutie mark, is supposed to represent the time between day and night, so I think that when she ascends, she would gain access to the dream realm as well as the ability to raise the sun and moon. So we've determined what's required to enter the dream realm, but that doesn't solve much yet. Let's lay out what's required to replace Luna as the Dreamwalker. First, you need to not already have an important job outside of dreamwalking, and dreamwalking has to be tied to your destiny and or cutie mark in some form, as well as possessing a great amount of magical power. Looking at that, I believe that there is a pony that fits the job perfectly. Somebody with power levels similar to Luna and Twilight who doesn't already have a destiny laid out for her, so with so much potential to fill these shoes. I think Flurry Heart may be the answer. Think about it. Most fans' interpretations of Flurry Heart's destiny and future is that she spends her days protecting the Crystal Heart and eventually takes over for Princess Cadance, but how necessary really is that? The Crystal Heart, for the most part, is fine, and protected by Cadance and Shining Armor, just fine. As for her being Cadance's successor, Cadance isn't going anywhere soon. Being an Alicorn comes with having an extremely extended lifespan. Compared to the length of Celestia and Luna's rule, she just took over the Crystal Empire. There really is no need for an heir. It may also be the key to knowing why she was born as an Alicorn in the first place, other than to sell toys. I think if she was chosen by destiny to be the Dreamwalker, it would make a lot of sense for her to be born an Alicorn. If this was her destiny all along, I believe she would also be really good at it. Think about all the mentors she has. She has Twilight, Cadance, Shining Armor, Sunburst, and the rest of the main six, as well as Celestia and Luna to some degree. She would likely grow up to be an extremely emotionally intelligent pony, equipping her to deal with all the emotional problems in Pony's dreams and guiding them through these troubles. Also on the note of her mentors, she would be extremely magically powerful, helping her defeat the foes in nightmares. I also think that on the aesthetic side, she just looks really dreamy and would be really cool in this role. I just think it's cool. She can also do it from the Crystal Empire and wouldn't need to move to Canterlot or anything, so it works out perfectly from where she is. The only problem I can see with it is her age. Before the flash forward, she's a baby, but I think there may be a solution to that as well. Remember all the stuff about the main six being too busy to do dreamwalking? Well, that stuff doesn't happen all at once. I think possibly they could do the thing with taking shifts doing it, with Twilight being the one that's granting them access to the dream world, until they got too busy, and by then, Flurry Heart would be old enough to take over. But what do you think? Do you think Flurry Heart makes a good dreamwalker, or do you think somebody else would be a better fit? Comment your thoughts down below, and if you liked the video, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more.